Hi, my name is Michelle Nealon, and I'm here to tell you why you should include my nutritionist methods and model into your integrative practice. I'm called Living Balance Nutrition, and I'm a certified nutrition specialist, and I have a master's in human nutrition from Bridgeport University. Um, my background is quite unique. There's a lot of teaching related things in there, so I have a lot of experience teaching people individually and in groups. I'm a certified Bikram hot yoga teacher, a certified personal trainer through NASM. I'm a certified health coach through Precision Nutrition, which focuses specifically on behavioral change. And I have a bachelor's in philosophy, and so I'm able to take really complicated concepts and translate them into layman terms for everyone to understand. I also worked as a health coach remotely, and so I was helping people over the phone, which is even a little bit more difficult than helping them in person. And I worked in the restaurant industry, both front of house and back of house. So I'm familiar with what's going into these restaurant foods, what's going on in the kitchen, and I'm also able to help clients know how to modify their menu orders to order something healthy, which a lot of people struggle with because a lot of people are going to restaurants, they don't really know what to do. So I have some unique abilities to help with them there. And so let's just take a look at the current landscape of the health in the US. So as of 2018, 31.3% of US adults are obese, and it's over 35% in 9 states now. Um, and when you include overweight individuals in this number, the number jumps to over 75%. So fully 2/3, or I'm sorry, 3/4 of the United States is overweight or obese. And as you can see from this map here, there is no state in the US where there's less than 20% obesity in the population. And so these scary numbers apply to lifestyle diseases as well. 10.5% of US adults have diagnosed diabetes, of which type 2 diabetes accounts for 90 to 95% of that. And that's not even taking into account undiagnosed diabetes, prediabetes, or just dysregulated blood sugar and insulin resistance. And a third of US adults have high cholesterol and or hypertension. And so when you take all of these numbers together, we're seeing that at least a third of the US has metabolic syndrome, and that's only the diagnosed cases. And this chart here shows the trends in overweight, obesity, and extreme obesity. And it's only up to 2014, but if it were to extend up to the present time, you would see that all of those lines just keep going up. Obesity shows no signs of decreasing, and between 2017 and 2018, obesity increased by 5%. That's a massive jump in a year. And obesity is the leading cause of preventable life years lost. So this modifiable condition is causing people to lose years off their life that they don't need to lose. And as of 2018, among the top 10 leading causes of death, so many are lifestyle related conditions that are modifiable, and that's heart disease, lower respiratory diseases like COPD, chronic liver diseases, and that's alcoholic fatty liver and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, diabetes, and cerebrovascular diseases, so strokes would go into there. And these are scary numbers. And so how do people handle this? Many adults, most of them use conventional treatments. This graph here, it shows the amount that's being spent on complementary and alternative medicine and the amount on conventional medicine. And so the green is CAM, and it looks small, it's certainly smaller than the conventional medicine spending, but these numbers are still in the billions. And what the relatively small comparison means, it's that this is a wide open market. There's so much opportunity here. And with these conventional treatments, a lot of that means medications. People are just covering up the symptoms, and these numbers are very high. Um, Almost 30% of people are using medications for high blood pressure and heart disease. 14.3% are using high cholesterol drugs. 8.5% are using PPIs or H2 antagonists for digestive issues, and 6.6% are using anti-diabetes drugs. Um, and the problem here, like I said, this is just covering up symptoms. This is making lab numbers look pretty, but it's not actually improving the lives of these individuals. But luckily, the use of CAM is continuing to grow. This chart is up to 2014. If it were to be up till today, these numbers would be even higher. And so 36% of US adults are using some form of complementary and alternative medicine. And 28% of that number is because they're dissatisfied with conventional medicine. So people aren't happy with the treatments that they're getting. They know that it's not improving their quality of life. However, only 12% of these people sought care from a licensed practitioner. That means that people aren't getting guidance, and 19% use natural products like herbs, botanicals, enzymes. So that number is higher than the amount that's seeking care from a licensed practitioner. And that means they're not getting help with what's interacting with other medications that they're using, since so many people are on medications, and what is interacting with conditions that they have, people don't know. And only 4% are using diet-based therapies. And nutrition is the most impactful thing on these modifiable lifestyle conditions. And like I said, what this means is that there's so much opportunity to take advantage of this market and get people educated, get them the help that they need through guidance. And so we were talking about obesity, and what else are people trying to do about it? They're trying to lose weight. And so between 2013 and 2016, half of US adults tried to lose weight within the last year. And so that's a lot of people. So most of the people who are overweight and obese, from these numbers we can see, they're trying to lose weight. They want to be healthier. People want it. That's an important thing. And yet obesity and these lifestyle related diseases only keep increasing. Only 1 in 6 of these people are able to keep off the weight that they lose, and the weight regain usually starts after 6 months of weight loss. They start to bring the weight back on, and then people get into these yo-yo diet cycles. Clearly, Americans need help. This chart here shows the methods that people are using to lose weight, and as you can see, the main methods used are exercising and eating less. And that's what we're always hearing: move more, eat less, move more, eat less. Obviously, this is not working, and people are just eating less of the unhealthy things that they're already eating. They're not learning how to change their habits appropriately, and they're just going back to what they were doing. Americans need help, and that's exactly what I'm here for. And so what's the problem here? People are using ineffective methods, they lack consistency, they lack accountability, they're using generic one-size-fits-all diets, fad diets, extreme methods that don't work for them, diets that were not made for their bodies, or sometimes not made for anyone's bodies because of how ridiculous these things get. And people are getting confusing health advice and just plain bad health advice. We can see the confusion even recently. A few months ago, a study comes out, red meat is bad for you. A few weeks ago, another study comes out, no, 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 red meat is just fine, keep doing what you're doing. And people don't know who to believe. They don't know how to read the research. They need help in this way. And also, a major problem is just the inability to maintain the habits, either because the habit itself is not sustainable, the diet's too extreme, the advice isn't good, or because people don't have the tools. And that's exactly what I'm here for. Um, as a nutritionist, I am a major contributor to the solution here. And so, as a CNS, I combine the most current research with effective methods of behavior modification while taking into account client history, preferences, and current lifestyle. And so, I've got the science, I'm helping people with habit change, and I'm making it fit to their life. What can they actually do? What do they actually want to do? And what are they able to maintain? Because if it fits in with their life, they'll be able to maintain it. And I give individualized health advice instead of just generic one-size-fits-all stuff. And this is based on lab tests, both standard lab tests and functional, based off their personal preferences, their current lifestyle, what worked for them in the past. And I target the diet and supplementation to all these things. So I'm not just telling them take B vitamins, I'm showing them these lab results show that you're missing these key nutrients, and that's what we need to add back in. Also, a major thing that I provide is accountability and support. People need to know that they're doing the right thing. Sometimes they need to be talked down when they're panicking about things. And some people just don't have any support. Um, and so the primary clients that I'm working with is this group of people that we were discussing, individuals with metabolic syndrome or at high risk of developing it, those seeking weight loss, struggling to maintain weight loss, which is probably an even greater portion of the population, and those just seeking to improve their overall health and quality of life, because the best time to address a problem or a condition is before it starts. And so, specifically, what I do, the clients get in depth initial consultations where I go through their lifestyle, what they're currently doing, what they did in the past, everything that's going on with them. I really take the time with them to make sure they're comfortable, that they know what's going on, that I know what's going on with them, and of course, follow up consultations with a lot of flexibility there for frequencies based on the client needs. Some people need weekly follow ups, some people need monthly follow ups. I can work with individuals, families, and groups, give individualized nutritional interventions and supplement recommendations, personalized meal plans based on all of these factors, and weight loss and health monitoring so that we can track what's going on. And I help clients track it because you can't know what's going well or what's not unless you're looking at the data. And also, I'm always available to clients over the phone and through email so that they can always get the help they need. And I guarantee a response within 24 hours so that they know they can rely on me and they're not, wondering where I am or just sitting freaking out with themselves, maybe, doing crazy other fad methods because they don't know what's going on. And all of this gives clients accountability, support, education. Like I said, I can translate the science into a way they understand so they know why we're doing what we're doing. And these are therapeutic protocols that guide clients to their optimal health, not just covering up the problem, the symptoms, but optimizing how healthy their body can be. And we can identify and manage obstacles as they arise instead of waiting for the problem to get bad enough to medicate. And I use a step-by-step approach, and this increases compliance, consistency, and effectiveness rather than jumping from their current lifestyle to something really extreme that they won't be able to maintain. And in this way, clients are taught how to approach a healthy lifestyle instead of blindly following rules. And I do provide a lot of additional things, again, based on client needs. I can help them with grocery shopping and cooking lessons, tools for stress reduction, managing sleep, digestive health, Those are really major factors that come into play. How to incorporate exercise, avoiding, reducing, and eliminating toxins, addressing mindful and intuitive eating. So people want that kind of method um, of handling their diet. Therapeutic diets. Sometimes people want to try out intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, and they need guidance for how to do it safely and well. Because if they do have conditions, sometimes they don't know how to approach it. And I also, approach healthy eating for problem areas or problem situations like travel and vacations. A lot of people have difficulty there. Healthy eating for kids during pregnancy, for older adults, busy families, college students, maybe people working 60 hours a week who don't have a lot of time, people who are budget conscious, maybe don't have a lot of money, athletes, those with chronic conditions. I can tailor a healthy eating and healthy lifestyle for all of those. And so you may be asking why a nutritionist instead of a dietitian. So dietitians just give general recommendations based on the government guidelines. There's a lot less personalization there. And their focus is on calories and macronutrient ratios, which may not be suitable for all clients. Like I said, some want to take a more mindful or intuitive approach. They're generalists, whereas I'm a specialist trained in using nutrition and lifestyle to obtain optimal health. And dietitians are a little more focused on treating disease, whereas I'm focused on addressing the root cause and the total body health. It's more holistic. I incorporate a variety of therapies, and again, I take the whole person into account, which makes everything a lot more effective and sustainable. And so, why do you need an in-house nutritionist? This will set your practice apart. Instead of just referring out to someone, having someone in-house makes sure that everyone in your office is on the same page, gets the same information, you can coordinate treatments so everything's aligned together, and it's a big deal for the client. It makes life easier for the client because they don't have to travel, they don't have difficulty locating a practitioner, and nutrition can be addressed immediately. So if they're seeing a chiropractor, the chiropractor says your diet needs to change, it'll help reduce inflammation, and we have a nutritionist right here. You can talk to someone right now. The client's a lot more likely to say, yes, let's do it, rather than having to go visit, make a different appointment, and increases the client's trust and accountability because the client is already familiar with your office, with your practice. They know they're getting high quality, so they're more likely to follow the recommendations. And it allows all of your other practitioners to focus on what they do best. They don't have to worry about the nutrition because they know that I'm there in the office with aligning with their philosophies on the same page, helping out their clients. And so this is a rapidly growing industry. What it comes down to, everyone needs to eat. And a poor diet and lifestyle will negatively impact the positive work that your other practitioners are doing with clients because it can really inhibit the positive changes or the improvement that clients are making if they're not putting good things into their bodies, if they're having an unhealthy lifestyle. And if I'm in your office, we can help clients address their health from all of the angles. And frankly, if you don't provide it, someone else will. Clients will go somewhere else for that help. And a practice cannot be truly integrative unless it includes nutrition because everything starts from the inside, from the biochemical level. And so I will help improve your client's health. And certainly I'd love to be a part of this growing industry, a part of this client success with you. Thank you.